Hello, welcome to Defiance Illusion. How y'all doing tonight? I was asked to do another Paul Lynde video on the Paul Lynde Halloween special. Let's see here. I'll give you the fricks and the fracks right now. It's Paul Lynde Halloween special, 1976 television special. Paul Lynde Halloween special is a Halloween-themed television special starring Paul Lynde, broadcast October 29th, 1976 on ABC. It featured guest star Margaret Hamilton in a reprisal of her role as Wicked Witch of the West from The Wizard of Oz. Director was Sid Smith. First episode date October 29th, 1976. Network, American Broadcasting Company. The genre was television special. Written by Bruce Villach, Ronnie Graham, Ronnie Perlman. There's the name we all know. Biff Menard, Sol Weinstein. Had Paul Lynde, Margaret Hamilton, Betty White, Billie Jean Hayes, Florence Henderson, Tim Conway, Roz Kelly, Marie Osmond, Billy Barty, Donnie Osmond, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Peter Criss, and Ace Frehley. You got to remember, this was during Kiss's prime breakout period. This may not have been the biggest show of all time or whatever, but it was publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity. If you're getting publicity and it's free, or you're even getting paid for it, it's a godsend. You don't know how many people would just pay to get that kind of publicity now. What shocked me about the whole thing was how Ron Perlman was in the credits. Also, while I'm on here, let me look up Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Let's find out about that as well, since we're kind of doing the Paul Lynde thing. Here we go. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park came out in 1978. Also known as the Attack of the Phantoms. Where'd it go? I just lost it. I've never heard it called Attack of the Phantoms. The dynamic rock group makes their film debut battling the demented genius inventor. 1978 was a big year for Kiss. Not only were they working on their solo albums, they were also making their first movie. Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park was released on October 28th, 1978. It was made for TV, movie, and in the U.S., if that tells you anything about it before we even start talking about it. I actually remember all the hype this was getting, and for me, it was an event TV. I was going to watch when it came out, and I actually did. I was just shy of 10 years old, and I remember this vividly. I even had it on VHS when it was released, or my brother had it, but we don't have it anymore. I do have it. That is one of the greatest rock shows besides Trick or Treat and heavy metal. That is one of the all-time best rock shows of all time. I think personally, Paul Lynde started a whole genre of rock and metal meets the mainstream. Um, but now, if you want to bring MTV into the mix, honestly, when MTV broke, they broke with Quiet Riot's Mental Health. That's what broke metalheads out. Paul Lynde Halloween special.
The Paul Lynde Halloween special is a Halloween-themed television special starring Paul Lynde broadcast.
Yeah, we know. I just said all that. Let's see what else we can dig up about this for my buddy Big D. Producers are Bob Booker, George Foster, Joe Bryan. Executive producers was Raymond Katz and Sandy Gallen. Man, there was a lot of people involved with the production of this movie. I mean, a lot. Paul Lynde was not really on his game at that time, so to say, and this put him back on top. Let's see, Margaret Hamilton and Rapunzel. Yeah, I've already said that. Here we go. Ron Perlman is in the credits. Directed by Sidney Smith. Starring Paul Lynde. I already told you all that. Executive producers Raymond Katz, Sandy Gallen. Producers Bob Booker, George Foster, Joe Bryan. Running time is 51 minutes. Production company. Wow. Hostel Productions. Never heard of that. I know that Kiss used to be through, Casablanca. But I was never sure. Let's find out right now. Since I'm doing it, let's just go ahead and go for everything. Casablanca Records. Okay, Casablanca recording label. The official site. Let's pull them up. Let's see if Kiss actually own them or not, or if they own Kiss. That's the question that we all have to answer here. Because Casablanca back in the 70s was like the people that broke Kiss out. I mean, they really got them noticed and out on the mainstream, so to say. Okay, they're a part of the Universal Music Group. It won't give me much information on it. They do some online advertising, so they're still around. So if you're an up-and-coming band or anything like that, definitely, it wouldn't. It's never stupid to follow a cookie cutter that has been proven to succeed. Okay? And I hate to say it like that, but that's the only way I know to put it. If you can pick up the Paul Lynde Halloween special, I definitely recommend. That's a definite keeper for your archive. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was awesome. That and Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. I did not approve of the songs that Kiss played on it, but that's just me. I like the harder stuff. I Stole Your Love and Deuce, and I was more of that guy. But you can't have everything you want, but you can definitely always strive to do better. Now, Paul Stanley, for an announcement, from what I read the other day, and this is just something that I read, it could have been a bogus article, but I heard that he's going to start doing some stuff with another band that he has put together, more of a folky type thing. So, with that being said, keep an eye out for that. Gene Simmons is always going to be Gene. He's hardcore rock and roll. I respect that all the way. He is just. I mean, the guy can sell you a T-shirt that's torn up for $100, and he'll have you thinking that you got a heck of a deal. So, yeah, don't ever knock Gene. I mean, he's the man. Um, and I think the Kiss they have out now, in my personal opinion, is much better than the original version. I've never said that out publicly like this, but I think that when they got Eric Carr, their stats went way up. When they brought Bruce Kulick in, their stats went way up. It was a different. The band got harder. The music got better. The writing was so much more technical. I mean, they wrote songs like Forever, God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I mean, now Eric Carr, of course, he was passed, unfortunately, by that point. God rest his soul. But I really liked Eric Carr as the drummer of Kiss. I really did. Eric Singer don't do a bad job, but he's no Eric Carr. And that's not a knock on Eric Singer. I like Eric Singer's stuff. I loved him in Badlands with Jake E. Lee and Ray Gillen. I guess there's been so many kind of twists and turns in metal. They mix this band up, they mix that band up, bands break up, and then they mesh in with each other and they form new bands. It's hard to keep up sometimes, but Badlands was one of the best bands out there, and it's very hard to buy their music now because the record labels don't like, because the way Ray Gillen conducted himself in his last days, they've pulled all his records. Now, there's another band out right now called Hu, H-U. Check them out. Called Wolf Totem. I would also ask you to check out War Kings song Odin and Sparta. I think those bands are really good. They're drop in, and the Who band, they're really, I mean, man, they got a song that just thumps. That Wolf Totem just thumps. Anyway, the Paul Lynde special, I did that for the Big D to recap on some things, maybe get a little bit more information, and I kind of mixed in the Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park on there, and some music inputs as well. So hopefully, Big D, you like that, and look forward to seeing you soon here, on our little page. And you take care out there, buddy. This one's for you. Happy holidays. God bless you. And please don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell, and support our channel, because we do support you. So this one's for the Big D. You take care, buddy. We'll see you again soon. Let us know if you have any more requests. We're happy to do them. Stay Dayton strong, my friend.